In our last video, we realized to accomplish the goal, we needed to make $3.6 million over 5 years. And that might seem a little intimidating, but I'm going to take you through the steps of how this is actually very easy. So if you would, let's just pretend that your average commission is $8,000. So what you want to do is in your own exercise, you want to take the amount of money you need to earn to reach your goals divided by your average commission. And in this case, I'm going to use 8,000 and I'm going to come up with 450 transactions, which may seem like a lot, which is actually 90 transactions a year. And you may be saying that, wow, that's a lot more than I'm doing currently. But I'm going to step you through how we get to that and how easy it is to actually sell real estate at very high levels. But it's the consistency, and we need to look at the numbers here. So really important to understand, you can concentrate on buyers, you can concentrate on sellers, but I would say this, if you concentrate on listings, on sellers, buyers just come. If 70% of your business is actually listings, the other 30% will fall in your lap. You have a sign in the front yard, people will call you. You have advertisement, they will call you. And quite frankly, often the seller who buys another property with you is a very motivated. I always say the most motivated buyers are actually homeless sellers. So if you pay attention to 70% of your business coming from listings and 30% will just fall in your lap, all we have to do at this point is concentrate on the listing side. So I'm going to take that 90 transactions and I'm going to multiply it by 0.7. And I come up with 63 listings sold. And I really don't pay attention to buyers anymore because it'll just happen, which by the way is 27 buyers that are going to purchase. Now, the rest of this exercise is concentrated just on those listings. So let's say that you have 80% of your listings sell. Many of you in our markets that are much higher than that. However, let's use 80% for the illustration here. I'm going to take 63 sold properties divided by 0.8, and I'm going to say I need to have 79 listings. So for me to hit my goal over 5 years and come up with that 3.6 million, I need to list 79 houses every single year for 5 years. If we look at the fact, not in every time that we sit down with a seller, are we going to be the winning party? Well, sometimes they're going to list with somebody else. Sometimes we're going to say we don't want this listing for whatever reason. So let's just use a figure of 70% close ratio. So if I'm going to take 79 listings, I really need to divide that by 0.7 and realize I need to be on 112 appointments that year. And I need to do 112 appointments every year for 5 years to come up with 3.6. Well, guys, when we divide that by 12, we're really talking 9 appointments per month. Now, so this is starting to become a little bit more realistic maybe at this point. 9 appointments a month will also get us to 3.6 million. Now, not every time do you have an appointment set are you going to go out to the house. Sometimes they change their mind, say, I've realized I don't want to sell and I don't want to have you come out. Sometimes they've listed with somebody else, and sometimes you're doing your numbers and stuff and realize that what they want for their house doesn't make any sense and you're going to turn the appointment down. But let's just say 70% of the time that you set an appointment, you're actually going to go out and visit. And we know we need 112. So we take 112 appointments divided by 0.7, and we're going to come up with 160 appointments set. Now, 160 appointments set, if we look at that, it comes to 13.3 per month. And if I divide that by 4.33, which is actually how many weeks are in the average month, it comes to 3 appointments. All you have to do is set 3 appointments a week, and you will set 13.3 a month. And you set 13.3 a month, you're going to set 160 per year. And out of that 160, you're going to visit 9 houses. And when you visit 9 houses, that actually comes up to 112 appointments per year. You're going to win 79 times out of the 112. And if 80% of your listings sell, you're going to sell 63. And because that's 70% of your business, the 27 buyers are going to fall in their lap, and you're going to do 90 transactions. You're going to do 450 transactions over that 5-year period of time. You're going to earn at $8,000, you're going to earn $3.6 million. So we set our goal on what we're trying to accomplish, and we backwards engineer it. When you look at the 3.6, it might seem like a lot, but can you set 3 appointments a week? Sure you can. And that's how we do a business plan, is we backwards engineer from our goals.